Hi guys, Dr. Erik here. So we're going to go into some low back exercises or lumbar exercises. These are critical for patients with chronic low back pain. Depending on the state of their acute low back pain, they may be appropriate. I may provide specific guidance for that. But we're going to begin on the floor. This is I think movement is really important, generating movement. Getting the spine out of gravity is very helpful. And the first movement I want to focus on is on all fours, gently rolling back almost till your bottom touches the heels and then coming back up. So this is a movement strategy where we're just getting dynamic motion through the low back, through the discs, and opening the spine up a little bit out of gravity. We spend a lot of hours in gravity, a lot of hours seated, so that's a great stretch. We can also move into the bird dog, which is a classic yoga stretch and strengthening exercise. We're going to extend the one arm in the opposite leg. And the goal with this, the bird dog, is to make sure that you're keeping your core tight, engaged, and not wobbling all over the place. You might notice that you're less coordinated on one side compared to another, and that's perfectly fine. That just gives us information about where we need to work on our muscle strength and development. Also from this position, we think about the cat-cow, and we're going to tuck the sacrum, the lower back, get a really good stretch in this position, and extend. This is wonderful for most patients that have low back pain. And it's very therapeutic, especially when you extend. You might even feel stretch into your abdominal region. Certainly I can feel the thoracic spine open up in this position, and then the very lower part of the low back. If you have a floor mat, then you'll also be inclined to do some lateral movement like this. This just gets some movement going in the disc. We call that imbibition. Nutrient exchange needs to flow across the disc line, so this is a great motion-based activity. And from this point, you can also come up into a position of extension. So this is a great stretch for the low back. I mentioned this on the thoracic spine, but the world's greatest stretch is a Lancer stance position here. And we're going to, this is a good hip opener. We're going to internally weave the arm of the side that we're stretching through, and then we're going to go up and out. I'm also feeling this stretch in the low back and all the way into the piriformis of the glutes. So really great stretch, and you can do a few reps of that, and of course switch. So on the floor, those are ways you can engage. Now, let me just quickly show you. If you're on your back, you can do this stretch, and we're gonna put the legs in a figure 4 position here and pull the bottom leg through. You want to feel this on the opposite leg, and this is going to really support healthiness of movement in the glutes, the piriformis, and the lower back. So this is one way you can stretch that. You can also do this in a seated position. And I like this in a seated position because I just get I get a better stretch out of it. I think you can isolate yourself a little bit more. So from this position, we're going to move straight forward. And then we can also rotate to both sides. And so you can do that to both sides. There's a lot of different ways you can do the pigeon. You can also do it on the floor with your back leg extended. So a lot of people are used to doing it in that manner. That's a little more strenuous and maybe not accessible to everybody. So I recommend you either doing it first thing when you wake up, when you're on your back in bed, or in a seated position when you're at work. Those are some really great places to start for the low back. I might give you specific counsel again, depending on your condition or what you have going on. But thank you for engaging yourself in work at home And make sure you take a look at our other videos for the thoracic spine and the neck as you engage in home care. Thank you guys.